KC right off the back of this toxic screen. Won't look to contend just yet. Tomaszy grouping up with his teammate. They're looking to take an isolated fight onto Sayf here. Could be a pickup, and indeed it is. First blood for KC, but the fight doesn't get extinguished just yet. Because you look at Runner, and he's looking to extend the fight even further. Brilliant bullet to the head and right back to square footing. It is a 4 versus 4, and with that smoke, it puts a stop to the fight for a few seconds.
No initiator utility in the hands of EMEA either, with him being taken down first on the side of Karmine Corp to make this way back in towards Sayf. Eyes towards marteen for that.
Felt like forever until MAGNUM made his way onto the site now, but he has grouped up with the team with a blast pack to get them out of the smoke. In a quick fashion, Chin forced to back off, but zeNder, that right-click jump extravaganza like a bunny in the sight. Smike is touched, but it's still a 3 versus 3, and it's hotly contested behind the smoke. Destrian moves in and out, realizes no one on the spike, but now marteen's sticking it already halfway, denied by zeNder. MAGNUM, 3 kills to his name, but I feel Karmine Corp have got it all locked and covered, but the fact that zeNder...
Taking on the timing.
Slow and steady wins the race. MAGNUM has realized of the commotion. A snakebite to delay the plan at least as the rotations do come through. But we're still looking at a 5v5 for this retake. And I think for crucially enough, KC going to look to get the first kill, so MAGNUM can use that neural theft and uncover this round altogether.
Numbers game, MAGNUM, they have to clear out towards mid as well, but the wrap coming in time, perfect opportunity to close that door.
And that's exactly what Vitality are going to look to do, delay it until the flank from Destrian can come in on time, but zeNder's in trouble, he's in a snake bite, and he has to drop back quickly enough. Destrian slowly moving in, but Shin has got it all covered, and the neural theft putting put into place. No one can surprise them, so it's all going to have to be from the firepower from them, but the defuse is stuck, and the victory is sweet from KC, as they do find themselves with a round on the board.
Beautiful rate take there coming out from Karmine Corp. They were patient with their utility usage, didn't see anything being overly expended due to the fact that they were just positioning themselves towards A main for that information. And with that lack of mid pressure coming out from Vitality as well, it was comfortable for them to just pull off and play that retake towards that B site. But now headed into the next round, I've got my eyes on Kicks here. You're one away from the Seekers to come in on the side of Team Vitality. Nothing really to contest here as far as ultimates for KC.
Yeah, it begs the question though, how much are you, in the process of trying to deny those orbs? And I feel for KC right now, they're definitely doing so towards this right-hand side. Vitality traversing into mid. Seem to sense the idea that they're going for a split take of B. 2 players very deep for KC though. They want to contest this garage control, and if they're able to find a pick and seize that pressure, that's going to be super strong for their retake. And that's exactly what they do. Destrian down, and now they can move that into that garage position if they want to.
Gonna pull back though, switch up the positioning of that tripwire back towards B main. Trailblazer finds that market's fully empty here. Vitality pivot.
And KC are super scared of a mid push, which is why both of the groups of defenders are far back, trying to hold them off. Still, Kicks does get the kill, which allows Vitality to slowly move into this B site. No issue, Spike will go down, but it's a 4 versus 4, and with the Seekers going out, they at least have a slight idea of where KC are coming from.
Oh, they're taking market control back here on the side of Team Vitality into the post lane, denying one of these lanes for the retake.
Runner forced out into the open, but not punished. So now can drop right back in, but the paint shots do it difficult. zeNder dropping down the Dizzy, and marteen is a gift from the heavens. Gets gifted over. Runner tries to hold on his position onto site, but he's falling low, and NRRRATE will clean it all up, but there's a flank. Again, safe. Let's see what this MVP can do. MAGNUM's all got it all covered. Too smart for that. The captain's better aware of the situation in the arena right now, but it's Kicks with first blood as Vitality look to upset the crowd. Slowly but surely, do start to traverse inwards. That space sugar is going to allow them to get so much space, but zeNder's looking to TP right back into the site. MAGNUM's big sneaky! Not much health on him, so he couldn't survive much long enough. NRRRATE going in for the fight. Flash is perfect, but Runner is good for 2. And Vitality want to seize this control all themselves. Shin definitely falls back. He's got to give this over to his opponent. They'd hope so. Back to square, though. Showstopper from Runner. Not going to hold back on using that at all. Clearing out market. There is a trip, so he's not going to be able to push much past, and the snakebite does stop him from moving even close to it.
Yeah, not finding anything there. An attempt to change the pace, but KC very good to deny that tempo.
Oh. MAGNUM was not through the smoke, because his awareness today has been obscene.
He has something to prove.
He definitely does. Bring back the glory days of MAGNUM. But marteen is aggressive off of the back of his own showstopper, and it looks like 3 players of KC are trapped in sight unless Vitality drop instead. Who's trapped with who? Sayf and ceNder, all that is left. But I think that the fact that Wingman is already on the spike, you cannot stop it for a second, but you haven't stopped Wingman, and Wingman will give the round for
Garnered. You're going to see the rotation from marteen for that.
KC's trying to challenge that, but Vitality get the better end of that trade. B-site completely open for the taking, and playing off of the front.
I think one of the first few times where we've actually seen KC lose players into market there as well.
I know exactly where you are.
Neural theft.
Spike planted.
Aiding as well. Second tag also coming in. And slowly KC move together. The death pool approach, if you will. They've got plenty of money, so they'll look to fight this, look to give this a go. There's a Thrash Raven available, which begs the question, is Nara going to use it? Yes, he is. They're feeling comfortable. They feel like they can take on the world. Tripwire on the one end, they need to break it. It hasn't been broke just yet, and Vitality have bought so much time. Snakebite being thrown, there are none left. Only just one thrown just now. It's marteen with a double. KC have turned it all around, and they're safe. Has another say in the matter. Cam broken. marteen.
Timing.
Oh, Destrian's got it all covered, but tomashy's going to check it, and Destrian wasn't ready for it. Who's lurking who? tomashy's in Destrian's head. And all of a sudden, Vitality are on the back foot. KC look to have a lurk in the making, with MAGNUM pushing all the way behind right now, while the rest of KC look to infiltrate with the power of numbers. marteen doubles up, one by Pachels, one by Led, and it's Sayf all to himself. The MVP needs to do it up against 4, and I'm afraid it's too tough. He realizes MAGNUM might be nearby, but he doesn't quite find the timing. Wingman on the defuse. Sayf realizes it's gonna have to be a save by him, so KC lock and load yet another round. Find themselves any sort of comfort. Maybe they should change their attempt happening.
Well, it allows them to focus some of that attention back towards mid, back towards A.
30 seconds left.
But the side's taking over now. Vitality, will they adjust? There's a lot of Cypher utility over an elbow.
With this plant, Sayf will have the Viper's Pit into the post as well.
Planted.
It's a question of, do these players all play inside?
That's what we were wondering, right? Will Vitality play this a little bit more aggressive? And they put that Viper's Pit right towards the spawn of their opponents. But you've got one left back, right? Runner finding an alternative position. He has been smoked off, and with that, Paintrol does reveal his position. So they will be looking in that direction.
Whoa.
Kicks is a mastermind, and somehow figure out MAGNUM will be right before him. marteen has to take his own life, right? He takes one down with him. It's death by suicide, but Runner on a strong angle is able to shut one down. Blast Pack trying to get them off of the spike plant, the defuse rather. And again for another go. But I don't think so, it's done so. And he might be getting the kill, that's insane. Runner all to himself, but it's nr8, the MVP, all across the...
That time.
And it seems like the solution to this is individual prowess, and Kicks makes that statement straight out of the bat here. nr8 no more. Such an influential player, nr8, yesterday, right? We talked about his performance. Coming over to EMEA, stepping up. But for now, even Steven. And the speed site is exactly what they're going for. The show stuff coming out from Runner, but he won't be fighting anyone. It's used to clear things out.
Oh.
ceNder, that's aggro as hell! But isn't able to get away. The door drops, and so does he.
Yeah, MAGNUM just still committing to the spray on towards those legs that are trying to scatter.
Yeah, his legs are shattered into pieces.
Now, 3v3.
Kicks going ultra aggressive. This is a change of pace that Vitality need to bring out, and it might be the best call for them because nobody's pressuring Kicks from that CT side, while KC push into market.
MAGNUM's making so much noise, trying to draw those eyes.
Oh, but still, Vitality hold back. They don't want to be too aggressive. Then Kicks does show his ground. Runner is there to assist, but Destrian has been isolated. Trailblazer onto the site, making sure if anybody is diffusing, they know of it now, but someone has to interrupt it. One may be stunned, but Shin able to use his weapon. And again, with the stick, KC is permitted to do as they please this half, 8-4. Vitality, it is 4 rounds of difference. Could be definitely quashed to 2 rounds of difference, given they get themselves a pistol in, and Sayf is determined to do just that. He's come alive on this pistol. It's not the first time he's done that. But they need to stick the landing here, and there's 2 remaining from KC, causing a lot of trouble. They've garnered B-side control, but they don't have the spike. So it's all for naught.
No, they've got to regroup, and all the control now into the hands of Vitality. You've got Kicks with 1 guiding light in the pocket as well. nr8 to pick Dizzy back up.
nr8, he's going to have to wait for Dizzy to come back. And Shin, not sure if he wants to take a different angle himself. Instead, KC group up.
Happy to watch it from bottom mid, fully repositioned here.
Now, if you're watching this at the start of the round, you'd think the defenders are in attacking position and the attackers in a defending position. It's a complete topsy-turvy here. But the spike is collected 40 seconds
One
in,
enemy
and
remaining.
Zender's not allowing that to happen
Spike
one
down
bit.
mid.
Chin, only one standing. And I'm afraid I don't think for too long. 35 points of health. And that's not much for any of these bullets. Come on, 19. He's
30
running.
seconds left.
Vitality, don't want to make a mistake. See what he did there.
Toxins going up.
Paranoia does get to Sayf though, and the cross does eventually come in here from Martin. Marteen. Who would like to call him Martin? Maybe he should name change. Maybe not. Probably not. Still on the spike, KC gained ground control. It was KC that was best at the retakes on the defensive side. Vitality need to do the same thing, although the weapons aren't favoring them this time around. Only one guiding light available, but Paranoia for Zender could be enough for them to start crossing through. Magnum in an aggressive position. Cage shot to allow the push. And they have to drop back. Dizzy already utilized here from Vitality. Push coming in. Nara is insane with it! And lose to these two players. They've lost the game. It's a matter of if it's going to be a dry pick or with a flash. And it's Marteen and Magnum, both Czech players coming out on top. The pride and joy of Czechia opening up this A site for KC.
The care in opening up that run, opening up that space. Now the plant to go down extremely open here for Marteen. Play any which angle they
What they need.
now.
It's a punch to
Karmine
the
Corp.
stomach.
No flashes if they do have to play that retake, so having to play a bit more forward. Zender, that's a bit early.
I mean, that was the plan all alone. The spike did
30
hold off
seconds
to
left.
this right-hand side, but I didn't think Sayf would be panicking that much. Well, he did hear all that movement, and it was enough. Dizzy spotting out Zender as he tries to shut it down.
Oh, the timing.
Magnum contesting in mid.
He hears Destrian on the rotation.
He was also hearing Sayf, so it's a matter of timing for him to cross, but he's realized Sayf has gone all the way through spawn. Smoke on the one end. Magnum will be there on time to find a shot. Spray down, not the second though. Still, KC have got 3 versus 3 and Viper Spit blocking one of the entrances. Vitality have got only one way to move into, and KC have got 2 players looking that direction in the poison cloud. Shin is good for the first, leaving 2 to do it for Vitality. Zender desperately finding an upper angle, but it's not going to be it. It's not going to do it. And Sayf has to do magic. Time to get the defuse back. So
No, and again, Karmine Corp. I mean, these 5-person pushes have been working towards the safe side.
yeah, KC aggressive though this time around. Runner's able to find the first pick, and that's exactly what Vitality need. Marteen through the chaos is able to overwhelm. Nare onto the side, thinks otherwise though, as Kicks needs to maintain pressure onto Elbow. He's the only player left on the safe side as Vitality mean to group up the rest of the players to try and help him out, but he's done enough. Yes, the wingman gets the spike down, but Vitality have the numbers, and it's exactly what they need to try and bring it all back.
What?
KC,
Timing.
not let it go. He kicks on the flank, is back to stay. Tomaszy, only one remaining in this drawing it back to a 1 versus 1. Fraction of a second on a spike defusal could have completely changed the whole tide of that match. It could have been Vitality out and Gentlemate's playing this match.
Okay, Destrian starting to find these picks for himself.
Oh, safe in there.
What?
Fight doesn't care. Rejuvenated. Kimmy, aka Kicks, has given him hope in this series. And KC might struggle a little bit to close out this
timing.
match. Tomaszy on the flank though, has brought things to a fathomable extent. When KC have closed it all down to a 2 versus 2.
wrap back
There's a
around.
wrap from Zender, but also Nare going for a wrap around himself.
Where does he go? There's a camera towards top mid.
30 seconds left.
They don't know where he is.
No, but again, this cam could spot him out if he does opt for this positioning. He is going to try to wrap his way around.
And it does.
Seen, not tagged. Oh, tagged up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they know he's dropping back, but he has to keep his back covered. Takes off the tag.
Wingman's gonna plant spike.
Wingman's going to take care of taking that spike plant.
Try and bait that push over towards short, expecting. You see? Dark cover.
No short push just yet.
No.
So Vitality might believe that he's no longer in that position. Nare holding to the back of Sayf, smoke covered. It's a bit off center to make the illusion that the spike is planted in the mid. He's the commotion down in mid. Calls Kicks off. And the KC aggress. It's been respected, but 40 seconds on the clock. Kicks has to do it by himself. The spray is rough. Nare bringing Karmine Corp right back on track.
The positioning, though, that we're seeing here towards elbow here for Zender.
It's left all to himself. He's going to have to do a lot
30
until the
seconds
rotations
left.
do come through, and that's Zender doing all so much. First pick onto
planted.
Magnum, but can he maintain the pressure? Yes, Sayf is coming in his direction now, being a 2-player stack. But it's up against a 3-player stack from KC into elbow while leaving tomaszy on site. Wingman, realizing there's one to the left-hand side of the corner. Showstopper coming through and it's perfect from marteen. Can't follow it up with his rifle. It's sent to bounce right back up. But it's still Vitality keeping pressure onto the site. Destrian pushing in. Destrian doubling up. And it's all down to Destrian.
Maybe in some scrim bucks could have a read, but how do you read into a composition like this?
Well, marteen is going to get traded straight out of the bat as KC do find themselves onto this A site. Hot shots are coming through from short, but with the door dropping down, they still guaranteed their setup. Kicks. There's a guiding light that is thrown at him, so he won't be able to see all that much, but he's finding a lot of damage, surprisingly. KC are falling low, and the same could be said about Vitality as they do cross through the toxic screen a couple of times. Down to bare minimum health, but trying to bring their health bars back to fuller HPs. But still KC grouping up together. Haven't been able to get the spike down just yet. They haven't found the comfort as Vitality look to peek out. All of them are stacked up. And it's Runner to double up. And all of a sudden, Vitality have the lead. No way that just happened. KC have got fuller health bars, apart from Shin, who is down to 24.
A lot of damage to be done here. Spike not even planted yet, and it's got to hurt. Down to 3 health here for Shin.
And tomashy's gone completely aggro. Kicks is so smart to read it. Gets some shot across. And tomaszy, though, with the upper angle, is catching the rest of the players off guard. Runner in close distance is doing so much with 3 kills to his name. And Kicks now approaching. tomaszy knows where the opponents are. But they also know the same. On the spike, putting pressure on tomaszy to peek out. And all Kicks needs to do is wait. Wait for the peak. Wait for the to gain the lead. But I feel like KC moving into this one, they really don't have much to lose. Usually you'd see this if you're further behind on the score, but this is the beginning of the game. I mean, already seeing Stingers come out, that's surprising. Still, KC aggressing towards his left-hand side. 2 players to the back of it for the defense. But ceNder closer. Stinger in his hands, but the flash is immaculate. ceNder still alive, but he needs to find marteen as well. Is not able to do so. Marteen is so damn quick, it's disgusting.
Door not closed though here, and you're looking towards Vitality. What's the decision that you make? You have an outlaw to work with for Runner.
It's a 3 versus 4, and the guns from KC are going to make this too difficult. Magnum hiding off of the crossfire. Runner not allowed to push through the smoke, and Vitality have called it off.
You get so much value out from that poison orb as well coming out from tomaszy, and now he's going to go and cut that down.
They get a second, but no. Not unless no one caught. marteen, the short push. Sayf, quicker. But there's still one more contender. It's tomaszy closing up the distance, but Sayf is low, which means could work out for tomaszy. But there's also Peak coming in from mid, and ceNder's got it all locked and covered. Vitality win out individually, win out as a team, and KC on the back foot in this round. Maybe Vitality square it up. Paranoia. KC look to move into this A site, and it's greeted by a lot of Vitality players. All but ceNder are in close proximity, so there could be some spraying coming through. marteen with the showstopper, he's looking to take space up himself. If he doubled up, that would be crazy, but Magnum is there to follow it up, and KC have got this all covered up. They don't only want the A site, they want tree, they want everything. But this time around, ceNder comes in. It could be interruption from tomaszy, and Vitality are not given an inch.
No, I love the tree control, and now you can see Karmine Corp Shin is rotating back over towards top mid in case tomaszy needed that help, not looking to allow him to take some sort of 1v1 up against Runner, who of course is going to be moving over towards the other site, trying to save his weapon. Their set plays, how well are they going to flex around?
It's a big question to have, but Runner is smart to peek out of the toxic screen, and he does it all by himself. No one shall pass through mid, because that's where Runner shall hide. Shin is the only player from KC who have gotten a kill this round, but how much does that mean? How much can you do? ceNder pushing through mid doesn't give Shin a chance.
Timing.
At least Magnum has crept past, so it has given an inkling of hope.
It's walking behind,
He
kicks
doesn't
in.
have the spike though, so it doesn't really matter.
Information found at the very least. Time to work with.
I mean, he's going to have to walk past Kicks again, doesn't he? Unless he goes through market, but that's
He's
not
got
going to
the
happen.
angle.
He's going to sneak up on him, and that's a pick. Making a 1 versus 3.
Orb available here, though, for Magnum. Gonna get the Seekers online. However, Vitality are pushing up. He's aware of the space he doesn't have.
Yeah, if he goes for the orb to take there, they'll know exactly where he's coming from. Trying to isolate them one by one. He's good with it! He's got the Seekers now, but there's one left.
Also wasn't expended there either.
Seekers coming through now from Magnum. Nanoswarm doing a lot, and it does deter them from entering. Cascade, not quite initialized, but the Harbor ult clearing out the site perhaps, but they're not able to take advantage of it. No one pushing through. Maybe only Nare has found himself the stairs proximity. Look at this. Crept up really close. Kicks destroyed on site, so the rest of the team is focusing on getting the plant down. Nare might be running out of the Empress, so he's taking charge over a kill, but not able to reposition.
I mean, it does the damage. The runner's down to 3 health on that.
Here.
Paranoia blocking out one of the entrances. Destrian to lead the charge, but he can't be too confident. A bullet anywhere between a wall as well could be his demise, but it's Destrian to lose his life first. That's not what you want if you're Vitality.
What do they choose to do? It's a 2v4. Surely you back off.
Yeah.
You don't have it.
Player
The
standing.
call's been given, but Runner can't
To find that round win, but
from the defenders, but the attackers have got a different idea. Western flank taken. Tomaszy first blood.
the other side of the map. Okay, hold on, just bloodbaths.
This is way too split up, but KC have confused Vitality altogether, and they're still winning out on trades. Not quite there for Narrate. Does have reinforcements. Runner does use out the blaze, but Narrate comes out on top. Hang on. This is why you play Reina, because now you've got full health.
And the other side is empty. You've got the spike actually heading over towards a free site for the taking here.
And Vitality have got no idea still that A site is the meat and potatoes of KC's attack.
Oh, look at this right back
drops.
around. Narrate has mid now. They're expecting him still to be somewhere on site lurking. Sayf aware of it.
Do they hold back, really? 2v3?
You have to, because you don't know how far KC is pushed up over on A, right? So you're playing the contact play over towards spawn, knowing that a swing will come in if you're Karmine Corp to find the trade. You have no opportunity.
He wants to go in for more. He hasn't had enough. And Sayf is there ready for it. They know where at least he is, but the Crossfire feel it's going to be a little bit too strong.
It's always a constant threat.
Well, the nano swarms are used early to prohibit the early push from this B site, but it's Narrate that doesn't care. He's come alive on this trainer. And when you know that fragging is going to ensue, when chaos comes out, it's a perfect agent for the situation. Call it inefficiency,
Sender.
but it's fighting efficiency within it, and it's Magnum within the cove to pick off Sender. And KC keeps on giving. Runner finally putting that Sheriff to test and gets himself an upgrade.
The mid control here. Marteen not able to find anything though. Destrian to get the trade. Down to a 3v3.
Welcome to my
Viper's Pit.
world.
Drop down. This is going to be difficult for Vitality, but they do have 3 rifles, 3 players alive, and it's the same for KC.
Thing is, you don't even want to pop that null command. It's a signal and beacon as to where Sayf would be playing.
Yeah, it's difficult. You don't really have any utility to allow an explosive push here for
2
KC.
flashes.
But on Vitality, on the other hand, do have 2 flash drives. Paranoia as well. Could do everything here for them. Narrate closes up the gap, but Sayf is able to pick it up, which allows Shin to be in a 1v2. No command coming out through here, but he might think he would do so.
Narrate's always making noise.
Yeah, first out of the gates. He's very loud about every single thing he does.
Draws so much util.
Oh my god, he's drawing so much attention. He still comes out on top in a 1v2. That's simply not allowed. While the rest of the team is moving on to the left-hand side as well as mid. And even though the trades are looking even better for Vitality on this end, it's still not good enough. The B site taking over and the spike will be going down.
Runner down to 5 at that now. Again, retake situation. Null command available, but Sayf, the one that's healthy, is not going to want to tell them where he's coming from. Again, a beacon with that ultimate.
Vitality really cannot afford to lose this round coming into this one, and on the brink of economical collapse, have to use this flash to move forward. No more flashes available for them. It's going to have to be a dry peek. 2 players on the flank, but they have to break the wall until impact is coming towards them. So it will alarm them. Shin on the other side, he's done a 1v2 clutch earlier. He'll be happy to shoot upon them. Runner is low though, so that also adds pressure to them. Sayf aggressing. That's the first shot going into Vitality's way. Runner not quite able to find Shin there, but Sayf is keeping the hopes alive. It's a 1-on-1, but there's not much time left. He waits for there to stop them. It's impeccable how much impact he's had. And speak with Narrate, he's right in front of him, but at least this time Runner gets one before he drops.
Okay, Reckoning on towards site. Nobody home on the side of Vitality. Now the opportunity. They're 4v4. They can play these ults. You have a Hunter's Fury for kicks here on the plant.
Yeah, probably going to wait for it as well. Try and get them off it. Drops back just a little bit. Narrate is low, and it's just enough to get picked up. Spike not yet planted, and that's a lot of value off of one Hunter's Fury. 2 kills picked up, and Vitality finally have the lead. They've been waiting for a round like this to find themselves on the defense scoreboard. But you can see Magnum very close by to this. There's 2 players above and 2 players in front of him, and Kicks has got his number. Shin, try all you must, but Kicks reaching deep into this pockets for this one. It is the last round of the half, so they've got to expend everything, and Marteen, with this sense of urgency, clears out B. They would like to use a showstopper to the best accord, and Kicks is down, expecting him to be in that corner, but Sender now is being challenged, but this time Sayf is there to help him out. Yes, a spike is being planted, but KC might be taking too many fights that they didn't want to take. Paranoia also doing a lot. Flash drive, allowing Sayf to peek out for yet another time, and they're picking off KC players left and right. And it's all down to Shin with a judge, not an optimal weapon with long distances.
Oh, they've got a read into this as well. The Cascades give away his location.
At least still in it.
I mean, 4 players. Magnum alone, dash in.
It's a good guiding light, though. Keeps him at bay. And Kicks is the only player from Vitality not playing with the team, and he finds 2. It's incredible. Marteen finally puts him to his grave, but he found a lot of damage there.
So much value again with those picks.
Sender's stuck back. Nana Swarm to delay them from pushing. Paranoia assisting as well. Could have allowed them to back off of that. Runner's thinking of helping out here, but the Painters have kept him out for a little longer. But with the Frenzy, he can just spray upon them and get a double. Knowing Magnum is, as he's touched the spike already, does move a little bit further forwards, but he's got 2 to deal with. The captain of KC has got a lot to prove, but he's running right after Destrian because he knows at least where he is from. The double right click does the job, but with 20 points of health, he's got to do it against Runner, and I don't think he knows where he is. And he has to get the spike crunch. Waiting until the top screen does fall, and it's for a good reason, but it's still a tricky scenario here where they don't need to clear out many corners to clear this out. But the one corner covered is where the impact comes from. Shin with a kill, and he drops back in sight.
I mean, the spike discovered there as well. Shin, I think, just about dodged that knife as well. Now, towards Boathouse.
And with Shin buying all this time and with the smokes and all the utility thrown at them, it's delayed them so much that there's rotation coming in. So KC have got plenty of players on the defense of this site. Shin to the back of it with the first one contested. He gets a triple by the end of his death, but it's still a 2v2. On the spike they go, and Tomaszy might want to use this moment to push past the smoke. Is Magnum with a pick on Garage.
The replay here.
Pressure into mid themselves. 2 on shore, 2 from mid, but there's a smoke on one end, so it does prohibit the cross from coming in. No trade available for KC to pick up. Vitality get a kill scot-free.
And they're gambling this rotation already towards this A site. They can hear the stomps in EMEA.
No command. How much utility can be thrown before it's popped off? And the answer is a lot. Snakebite and paint shell, so it's delaying this push quite a lot, allowing the rotations to come through, but it also gives CeNder time to group up with the team. Hunter's Fury, what can it deny? Tomaszy on Sayf, but he can be brought back to life.
That's a spike.
It buys a lot of time here. And the showstopper from Marteen not quite able to find the pick he would have liked. Instead, he's the one that gets shut down, and Destrian, the player that has so far. Can he deliver again? With the smoke coming up, it's Sayf with the first pick. And it's a push towards this A site for Vitality.
Flying up the knife, 0 point. Where is it going to land? Over towards Heaven.
There's 3 players on the stack here for Tree, so KC can start raining bullets upon them. No pick for them. That's super crucial, but they retain control, and they go even further. Marteen aggresses. Sayf reads it. That's Vitality clearing up ground. Narrate finally finding a pick, but I'm not quite sure if he spotted out Sender's gun, but he still turns around in time to pick off Kicks.
A 180.
And 2 versus 3 now, favoring the Vitality side with a spike on site, and CeNder there as a guarantee. Narrate is going to try and read it, and he's good for it. 3 for his name, 2 more left, and he could get an ace.
Okay, 2v2 situation. Spike yet to be planted.
But the push comes through for Narrate, not letting them calm down at all. Runner low on health, could be a clean pickup with a couple of bullets to the torso.
Let's live.
And Shin is there to stop it. Shin is there! And drops back, realizes better to be found with his team. He can use his guiding lights for the retake.
Just 1 left in his pocket to use here, but also got a nade in the hands of Marteen as well. Spike still not planted. All of KC are around A.
Oh, they're looking to collapse as soon as they hear the spike being planted. Not even that. They're not going to let them settle at all. Magnum pushing through with the Spectres doing damage. No way. Already the advance for KC, but they back out. They're happy with the pick. CeNder, though, in the flank, but there's 2 players looking in this direction. They're chasing around after him, but CeNder gets a double. Finally shut down, but it's equilibrium across the board.
Okay, plant to come down here.
Runner. Damage onto Tomaszy, but you need to find more. Narrate going all the way around here. But the fact that Vitality are playing onto site, I don't think it will matter.
Sprinting over towards Amy. They know that they've got Vitality corralled here towards backside.
But it's taking a long time for KC to initiate this rotation, which allows the spike to take away. Put time, pressure onto KC. Narrate wins off 2 at the back of the site. It's safe to get a double, to leave it onto a 1 versus 1. Narrate, how much do you push this? Again, you've got to get the spike diffuser as well, so you're going to have to hurry up on this attempt. It's a spray.
For the first time ever, though. Normally Magnum alone.
Oh, Narrate just peeks out. This time, though, doesn't dismiss away, so it's just the 1 pick. So Vitality take site control. KC patient now. On the bounce, they've got 4 to deal with this retake.
No command out, but You've already got the high tide coming out from Shin early, feeding that.
But the fact that KC can't use their utility, they're going to try and find strengthening numbers. So far, pushing all together, but it's not working out for them. Somehow, ceNder does find a kill with a classic, which puts them under immense pressure. Sayf, up close and personal, gives Shin a smooch, and it's down to 1v. A good read on this. For defenders, it's strong. Paranoia, not quite useful. It does clear ground for Runner to move into. Magnum clears it out. Hunter through from kicks. This is hoping to buy space. Marteen from the sky, but it's Nari to get a kill. It's KC on top. The defender's doing wonder work. Destrian, he needs to pick up the pieces.
That spike down, he's the one to recover it, at the very least. And closing that door as well. Now you're seeing ceNder wrap back around here towards mid.
But KC have got the numbers here, so if they take this fight, it will favor them. With the guiding light, they start pushing forwards. It's the best call to make before a rotation coming in from behind. Destrian using from the shadows to get away, but it's Kicks with a double! No way, this Odin is doing so much work, not quite shutting down tomaszy, but he's turned it all around for Vitality.
It's a 1v2 now here. And tomaszy has to make the race over towards that B site. No better pairing than an Odin and a Sova.
KC had this locked and loaded. This shouldn't be the situation for them. Kicks has completely turned this upside down.
Just have a Viper's Pit to play with here. However, look at the way they're playing contact with each other, looking for those trades. Jangle covered.
And this B site is so difficult to find isolated fights. Vitality know the protocol here, know this 1v2, and to the best they can afford. Narrate, the person with the better weapon on the server for this KC side, is down.
Marteen hasn't moved an inch. They're just trying to look and pinch tomaszy here.
Get out of my way!
Snakebite delaying. Ultron. Inevitable to fight tomaszy, but doesn't quite. Shit. Close by to the action. tomaszy with a bullet to the head, though. This is KC actually turning all around in their favor. Paranoia is strong, but tomaszy still, they don't know where he hides. So he can survive for now. Look how deep into this Kicks is. He moved into the Viper's Pit and now full garage control. If Magnum pushes right past him, he can do so much, but Magnum is quicker to the trigger. And KC are suddenly on top with numbers.
Opportunity to get that heal up here for tomaszy as well.
Magnum used up his guiding lights. And unlike the previous iteration of Sky, it can't be brought back for them. So there's no waiting game. They're going to have to go for dry picks. It's going to have to be a really far forward push from Marteen, but it's Magnum with the first shot. Runner, the rookie, the new duelist for the squad!
Cycling into the showstopper off that pick. Both guiding lights here as well.
Oh dear me, no one has a clue. No one has an idea of what Magnum is cooking up here. Oh no! It could have gone horribly wrong, but he does recover. He does get the kill against Runner. The star of Vitality, no more, and Magnum is able to get out, barely. Vitality now moving onto the short side, knowing that the player aggressing from A is no longer the right position to defend.
He recommits to top mid though. ceNder's still waiting. Even clearing out towards spawn. Vitality all the way up here towards A. The time is so low, Pablo.
Showstopper, it works for Destrian!
10 seconds left.
And Marteen keeps the hopes of KC alive. Not much time remaining. The spike has to go down with Sayf getting a double to deny the denies. It's a 3 versus 2. A 2 versus 2. Scratch that. As Magnum closes in. And
getting up the A site in full here on the side of Vitality.
yeah,
More than happy to play the retake.
opens things up and actually goes a step further. Moves up into heaven, but doesn't take a fight. And while this take has taken place, KC don't drop the player. Flanking Magnum. Runner drops, so Magnum's influence will come in just a little later as Destrian looks to push through the tree area. He's got the paranoia, and that's going to be the crucial one, but the flash from Magnum is immaculate. Collapsing upon them, KC want to have full control over this. Kicks and Sayf, kicking and screaming throughout this, which allows Sayf, the former MVP of the league, to do it to himself, but it's a 1 versus 3. The comeback already on the making. Marteen's close by, blast pack trying to get out of it, and he's successful in doing so. No
Great
trade for
reposition.
Vitality, and the A-side takeover.
Stunning repositioning there coming out from Marteen. Now the retake game becomes difficult. Neri does have a Lear to work with this off. Tough to make that space.
KC not going to hold back. They're going to go for a push and pull here, but it's tomaszy to drop first due to the snakebite. ceNder with a spray. Vitality want to stay in this. Marteen off the back end. Runner doing so much. with a crosshair placement into tomaszy. But Runner's there as a caveat. He's got himself a lock position, but the guy in the light does realize someone is nearby. But Runner himself is blind as a bat, and Magnum will be able to slap him into the ground. 4 versus 5. ceNder in trouble, has to hold down the side. It's all down to Kicks right now as he sprays down on 2. Has he done enough for Vitality come back on this? Because KC have a man's advantage.
2 flashes here for Sayf.
Not going to bounce
popped.
back at all. Not going to hold back. Flash drive thrown instantly. Fragment to one of these corners, and NRRRATE close by with a shorty is a scary prospect.
Easy dismiss for him if you can find a pick.
Trying to find Spray through the wall. It's a desperate effort, and NRRRATE takes full advantage of that movement from Destrian. Moving in, Sayf is all by himself. Again, in that 1-on-3, not what he would have liked. But still, look at this. It's Shin nearby, and he's done a lot this game. But can he do it again? No, the answer to that is ceNder's bullets. And all of a sudden, you've got to deal with tomaszy on the side, but he's been smoked off. It's Magnum to do it by himself, and KC have got the advantage. Vitality, 25 seconds to spare, and they can only head to this A site. No other recourse, no other remorse. There's nothing else for them. They've got to go for this A site. Sayf closing in. Vitality desperate for the hero of them to do it all himself.